I remember making an absolute, well, I won't say fool of myself. I was expelled from a meeting of Latter-day Saints when I first went to Salt Lake City. I just literally, as a tourist, I was wandering around, and this person in a grey shift came up to me and said, "Would you like to see around?" And I said, "Well, that's very kind." And then she started gathering others, and I realized she was a Mormon who was doing a tour, and presumably there was a little bit of recruitment going along, because they're a very proselytizing sect, as you know, the Mormons. Anyway, but she gave us a good tour, and we saw this tabernacle here and this here and so on. And then at one point she said, "I just want to tell you a little about the Church of Latter-day Saints." And we all politely stood. And then she said how in the afterlife, all families will be reunited, and you'll be with your families forever. So I put my hand up and said, "But what happens if you've been good?" She said, "Could you leave, please?" Because everyone started laughing. But I mean, what a ridiculous idea. How is that supposed to be attractive? That you're going to be stuck with every aunt and every cousin and every, oh, good gracious, every, alcoholic or slightly deviant uncle. I mean, Jesus, it's just the most awful destiny imaginable. And they think that's a USP. That's what our church promises. Good Lord. Well, of course, what it does, you don't have to be that smart to spot, is what it does is that church focuses entirely on women d'un certain âge, as the French say, women of a certain age. Who have lost their children because they've grown up, and who've lost their parents because they've died, and they're lonely, and they've still got that family queen bee mother nesting instinct, and they're the ones the Latter-day Saints home in on and say, "You follow us, and we promise you that you'll be your family all around you again in heaven." And they think that's a cool thing. Everyone else would go, "Ah!" Anyway.